greetings and salutations, one and all. How you doing? It's a real talk right here on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. And we kick it off something like this. This is on a farm and happy. Track called Friend Zone.
Yeah. True story. Long time. I've been watching you. Long time. Since I had my eyes on you. It's a long time. I'm feeling you. But you say I'm your brethren. I ask you out. But you say you're my sister. You tell me you don't want to spoil the friendship. I had good intentions, I had big plans, but you put me in the friend zone. In the friend zone. In the friend zone. In the friend zone. She put me in the friend zone. In the friend zone. In the friend zone. In the friend zone. I just wanna wind up on you and jam up on you. Oh, you say I'm just your friend. You say I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. I just wanna lay down beside you and comfort it, but I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I just wanna graduate from a friend to your man. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I just wanna upgrade from a friend to your man. Whole time. I've been wanting you. Whole time. I've been drawn to you. I'm feeling you. But you say I'm your brethren. I ask you out. But you say you're my sister. You tell me you don't want to spoil the friendship. I had good intentions. I had big plans. But you put me in the friend zone. In the friend zone. In the friend zone. In the friend zone. She put me in the friend zone. In the friend zone. In the friend zone. In the friend zone. I just wanna wind up on you and jam up on you. Oh, you say I'm just your friend. You say I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. I just wanna lay down beside you and comfort you, but I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I just wanna graduate from a friend to your man. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I just wanna upgrade from a friend to your man.
Farman Happy says, listen, I don't really care what you say, no, I still want you. I want that upgrade.
In the friend zone, she put me in the friend.
I want to move out of this zone into the next zone.
In the friend zone. In the friend zone.
I don't know how many have experienced that friend zoning, have that friend zoning experience.
Friend, I just wanna lay down beside you and comfort it, but I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend.
Male or female?
I'm just a friend. I still
know it can be rough, can't it?
Want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I just wanna graduate from your.
Invite you to call a friend, tell a friend. Friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends and your enemies too.
Want you. I just wanna upgrade from your friend to your man.
It's real talk right here on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew.
I've been wanting you.
Listening to Farman Happy in the background with a track called Friend Zone.
Whole time.
Wanna say big ups to the affiliates right now.
You.
CR7.
Feeling you, but you say I'm your brethren. I ask you out, but you say you're my sister.
NIE Radio to New Jersey, much love to you.
You don't want to
big up motivator.
Friendship. I had good intentions, I had big plans, but you put me in.
Those locked in on the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com.
In the friend zone. In the friend zone. She put
those on PEMGTV.com.
in the friend zone. In
If you're on TuneIn Radio on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Those on PEMG TV. Did I say that already? I feel like I said PEMG TV, don't it? I don't think I can big them up enough though.
I'm feeling you, but you say I'm your friend.
I want to say thank you to Pulse Media Group.
But you say you're my sin.
And being in the moment is priceless. Pulse will handle your videos, your photos, your streaming, your ads.
I had good intentions.
They can do everything you see right here on kevinstew.com and more.
In the friend zone.
All you got to do is give them a call.
In the friend zone, she put me.
You have a wedding, a seminar, a funeral, a party, a graduation, a church service.
In the friend zone.
754-999-1140 is the number to call. That's 754-999-1140. Or check them out online, paulcmg.com.
I come for you, but I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend. I still want you.
I want to say big ups to those that are locked in on Facebook Live. Don't get too comfortable. Remember, it's only a segment broadcast.
I still want you. I don't care what you say.
So go ahead and use up the link that's pinned in the comment section. It is kevinstew.com.
But you say I'm your friend.
Come on over.
I ask you all.
You don't need to register. You don't need to give your firstborn or your spleen.
Tell me you don't want to spoil the friendship. I had good intentions.
No blood sacrifice necessary.
You put me in the friend zone. In the friend zone.
Come on over. Jump into the stew pot.
In the friend zone. She put me in.
What is a stew pot, you may ask? It's what others call a chat room because we're fancy.
In the friend zone.
On kevinstew.com, it's called the stew pot.
Wind up on you.
It's where we keep things interactive and bubbling.
I'm just your friend.
Come on, add some spice, yeah?
You say I'm just a friend. I just wanna lay down beside you. I'm comfortable, but I'm just a friend. You say I'm just a friend.
Of course, big ups to those who are locked in on kevinstew.com, home of the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.
Wait for me, friend. To your man. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I don't care what you say. I still want you. I just wanna.
Of course, numbers to call, numbers to text for you to be a part of this show live and in living color. 773-789-STEW. That's 773-789-7839. You don't even have to wait. You can jump in anytime. Alright, so I really like that tune, right? It has me bouncing from the moment I hit play on it and it did the intro. It had me bouncing. But time to pause. So looking at the subject matter tonight, no, it's not friend zoning. It's actually kindred spirits. And when you start thinking about kindred spirits, you don't know. Somebody might be thinking, wait, what manner of sorcery are we going to be delving into tonight? No. We're not conjuring up anybody that passed on and went over to the other side. No, we're not doing any of that. That's not what we're talking about. You know how it is that it is relationships more than anything else that give meaning to our lives? Well, as social creatures who live and die by the connections we build with those around us, these individuals help to give us meaning and purpose and a reason to wake up when nothing else makes sense. Sometimes. There are sources of happiness and joy, and in many cases our reason for living, and sometimes our pain too. But there are some people that you'll connect with so much more intimately and deeply than others. These people are the ones that are considered kindred spirits. Now, according to hackspirit.com, a kindred spirit is someone that from the very moment you met, you have a feeling that they understand everything about you. But not only that they understand everything about you, but you understand them. Regardless of your hobbies, interests, passions, backgrounds, and you name it, add to the list as you feel. A kindred spirit is someone who will look at you from across the room and make you feel that you're not alone. You know that moment where you end up somewhere and you don't really know anyone, but then you connect with someone there. And it doesn't matter that you don't know anyone, because you feel like this person, you've known them forever and you've never seen them before. That quite possibly is your kindred, a kindred spirit. Now, those friends and loved ones closest to you, more than likely, those are kindred spirits. But don't confuse kindred spirits with lifelong friends. Some kindred spirits either enter our lives for just a moment or a single period. The length of your friendship has nothing to do with how much a kindred spirit you can be with someone. It's about the innate connection and not much more. According to a paper in phenomenology and practice, kindred spirits are special connections, experienced variously from briefly felt moments of friendships to enduringly profound body soul love connections. So don't try to pigeonhole your kindred spirits. Big up Marlon, how you doing, man? I want to say welcome to Marlon, host of Real Rockers. You can catch Real Rockers every Monday and Wednesday on various platforms. But Marlon's also Reggae Global Radio's managing director. So you can definitely catch Marlon on Reggae Global Radio on those days. Big up Marlon. He is reggae music edutainer extraordinaire. Trust me, if you haven't got one of his broadcasts, you don't know what you're missing. You need to catch up and get caught up. Before I go much further, no, when I'm taking the break, I'll do it. Alright, so question. Do kindred spirits have to be a lover? Alright. More often than not, DJ Kevin Stew is going to say that they are lovers, not necessarily your lover, but they are lovers. Kindred spirits come in all shapes and sizes, representing all types of relationships. It's true that more often than not, they're a close friend, family member, or a lover. But technically, a kindred spirit can be someone you only met once, but they just got you at that moment. As the paper on kindred spirits in phenomenology and practice points out, most of us find ourselves using the phrase kindred spirit to describe our feelings of being understood and accepted by others, alongside the awareness of shared interests and passions. In their analysis, they suggested that a kindred spirit can take many forms. Now, of course, when we naturally have a deep connection like this, we like to keep those people in our lives. But that doesn't always happen for many different reasons. One of the things that I might want to point out as a note, analysis suggests that for individuals experiencing a kindred spirit connection can take many forms, happening in many different relationships and contexts, and that the experience cuts across age and gender. One very interesting thing is it also cuts across, I would say, the human animal barrier. Because I've heard of situations where that kindred spirit is that animal that you went to the pond and you just connected with, whether it be a cat or a dog or a monkey or a bird or whatever it is. That being you just had a connection with, and they had a connection with you. I hear Danny Walker from WGLRO talk about his dog Cisco. And when he went to the pond looking to adopt a dog, all the dogs he had seen, and then there was Cisco. He saw Cisco, Cisco saw him, and Cisco just ran up to him and jumped up into his arms. That's how he tells the story. And they've been together ever since. Kindred spirits. Now, many people talk about the unique energy between kindred spirits, and as people, we are all made of energy. You've heard me say this over and over again, and I'm pretty sure those of you that go ahead and look for additional material, you come across it from time to time. It might be that the energy between kindred spirits is strong and positive. Because again, it's energy, right? And how the energy flows, you draw from each other. It has never been proven, however, but perhaps there might be a strong connection beyond words between people who understand and just get each other. So if you think you might have a kindred spirit in someone new in your life, there are some ways that you might be able to tell if someone is your kindred spirit. Are you ready to find out what, according to Hack Spirit, what those ways are? Now, keep in mind that this is just an opinion from one individual's experiences, but it might be different from what is happening or what has happened in your life. But this is what they found to happen in theirs. Let's see what resonates with you. Again, numbers to call, numbers to text: 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. You can call, you can text, you can WhatsApp, you can Telegram. Hit me up. Talk to me. Hey Janice, how you doing? Now, first thing on the list, looking at kindred spirits. Have you ever had a moment where you feel you need someone, and when you check it out, at the same moment, they felt a need for you? That strange coincidental experience where someone reached out to you right out of the blue exactly when you were feeling totally alone. That person might be your kindred spirit. Kindred spirits have the uncanny ability to just show up, to just know when one of their kindred spirits is in desperate need of help. There might be moments when you feel that no one in the world cares about you or your problems. In those moments, your kindred spirit will feel that they are needed and come rushing to your aid, even if all you need is a hug. Boom, they're there. There are also the friends who are content with us doing nothing with our lives. Well, there are those friends, and the ones sticking to the same routines week after week, month after month, drinking, partying, throwing away our time. There are some friends that are content with that. There are some friends that actually care about what goes on in your life. People who grab you by the shoulders and say, shake you a couple of times and ask, what you doing with your life? If you find yourself struggling to move forward, your kindred spirit is there to give you that boost you need to get your momentum going. They understand exactly where you're coming from, and probably because they've experienced similar situations, probably because they're just feeding off your energy. So they know the best way to help, and they get you where you want to be. And, well, sometimes where you need to be. Now, this one on the list, I don't know if any of you ladies know this guy that you feel is your hero. In a kindred spirit relationship, the man will step up to the plate for his woman without hesitation. He'll provide for her and protect her against any threats, big, small, medium, you name it. You could argue that this is a kindred spirit relationship. A woman will do the same for her guy. But there's actually a new psychological theory that's generating some buzz. And it claims that men, in particular, have a biological drive to step up for the woman in his life to be her hero. It's called the hero instinct. Now, the kicker here, and I have my DJ Kevin Stew opinion when it comes to the hero thing. It's actually up to the woman to bring this instinct to the fore. That's the interesting thing that they say. It sounds a bit silly, but in this day and age, women don't need someone to rescue them, right? They don't need a hero. And many couldn't agree more. But the ironic truth is men do still need to feel like a hero, because it's built into a man's DNA to seek out relationships that allow them to feel like a protector. Kind of weird when it's so Ebony, you're saying, yeah, his name is Jesus. Well, is it Jesus or Jesus? Nowadays you can't be too sure. I'm playing. But the simple truth is that a kindred relationship is unlikely to survive unless this instinct is triggered in a man. Is this the case, really? Let me finish this point before I give you the DJ Kevin Stew view on the hero thing. So, ladies, how do you do it? You have to find ways to make him feel like your hero. There's an art to doing this, which can be a lot of fun when you know exactly what to do. That's what they say. But it requires a little more work than just asking him to fix your computer or carry your heavy bags. The best way to learn how to trigger the hero instinct in your guy is to do some research and ask some people that are familiar with it. James Barr, the relationship psychologist who first coined the term, gives a terrific introduction to his concept. So he has a video that you can watch. You can check that out. His name is James Barr, or Bauer, depending on how you pronounce it. It's Bauer. James Bauer. James Barr. Now, some relationships really are life changing. And for romantic relationships, this might be one of them. Because when a man genuinely feels like a hero, he'll be more loving, he'll be more attentive, he'll be more committed to being in a long term relationship. Well, that's what they say. And only then will you be in no doubt that you are actually in a kindred spirit relationship. Now, again, his name is James Barr, and you can go ahead and check out his video, ladies, and learn how to trigger that hero instinct in your man. My thing is the DJ Kevin Stew opinion on the hero instinct. All men pretty much want to feel like the hero for everyone. Man, woman, boy, girl, puppy, turtle. you know, men just have that hero complex. We just have that about us. And we want to be there helping people. Well, the ones I know anyway. Because it's things that we just do. Maybe it's just the whole ornithological creatures of similar plumage agglutinating thing. Maybe it's that. And maybe it's more. Now, Ebony, I somehow knew that you would have something to say about this. So Ebony says to act helpless. uh, okay, let me. Here we go. To act helpless, that's where everything goes wrong. We cannot be actors for too long. Unfortunately, in this day and age, men and women are equal, and we've pushed this acceptance for years. Now that we have it, we act like we don't need a man. Do I dare delve into this pool of man versus woman and roles that they play? Do I dare? Because I'm fine for it, I'm here for it. Here we go. Jenny is asking what? Everybody what? But it's true. If you look into it, for years, and this is the time that we should take a break, but for years, women have struggled to assert themselves as having a place in society and not being the inferior. And it has been a mindset that many have had for a while. Now, I don't see it as being inferior, and I don't see men as being superior. What I see it as is us having roles to play. And it's not that we are so different that men have one skill set and women have one skill set. We all have the same skill sets. It's just that the way we are brought up, men do certain things and women do certain things. Men, the hunter-gatherers, women, the nurturers and educators. And it doesn't mean, because as women teach boys to grow up, they also learn from the men that are teaching them to grow up to be hunter-gatherers. But the women are nurturing them. So they have that in them. We have it in us, men. And so we have both sides. And the women, being aware of what the men are doing, they have learned to do it. It's just that they haven't been practicing it. So going back to caveman days when you had the hunter-gatherer and you had the nurturer, educator, that they knew what each other did. Which is why Grandpa could now be the wise one and be aware of what Grandma is doing and help Grandma to do what she does. And grandma can do likewise when grandpa can't go out and hunt the way that he used to. You see how it works? It's not one over there, one over there. But they're both right here in the middle. It's just that one does more of what is on the right and the other does more of what is on the left. But they're right in the middle. And that's DJ Kevin Stew's opinion. Agree with it, don't agree with it, that's fine. we can talk about it and we can share our ideas, and that's what it's all about. Welcome 1552. So as we're talking about kindred spirits tonight, we're gonna take a quick little break. When we come back, we're gonna talk some more and go down the list of some check boxes that can indicate how to know that you have a kindred spirit or you're in a kindred spirit relationship. And again, if these are individuals that don't necessarily have to be your partners, your romantic partners, then you could have a few kindred spirits. It's not just one. Just how we have a tendency of isolating these individuals in our lives. Here's my soulmate. Here is my rib. Here is my kindred spirit. Okay, let something happen to that person. Does that mean that there is no other person that can fill that position? Right. But we're gonna take a break. We're not gonna go too deep right now, right? Cool. Before we take the break, though, I do want to make mention of a few things. Coming up this Saturday at Nova University in Davie, Florida, NAMI Broward has their annual fundraising event called NAMI Walks, and it's subtitled Your Way, meaning simply that you can walk your way, whether it be virtually or there in person. You're hungry, Janice? Come on now. NAMI Walks, a United Day of Hope, happens this Saturday, October 9, 2021. And it happens at Nova University. Go on their website, namibroward.org, and register. I'll be the host of this event coming up on this Saturday, so I'm looking forward to seeing you guys, all right? And then next Saturday, October 16, GMAT Music Solutions presents Rhythm of the Heart. Live music happening in Margate, Florida. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, but I also have some tickets available. You can link me. Tickets are only $10, pre-sold, more at the door. And coming up on Saturday, in the Saturday Stew on Reggae Global Radio, in my broadcast, Saturday Stew happens at 8 p.m. I'll be giving away a complimentary ticket, so you don't want to miss out on that. So looking forward to you joining me on the Saturday Stew on Reggae Global Radio this Saturday for your complimentary ticket to Rhythms of the Heart. Now, real quick before we jump into the break, Ebony says, now the women are hunters, gatherers, nurturers, etc. Men are doomed. Bum, bum, bum. I need some acting classes to make a man feel needed like a hero, in a way. Yeah, yeah, it can get way deeper. I'm a order you some ribs, Janice. You guys come on over. Use the link that is pinned in the comment section. Come on over, kevinstew.com, and enjoy the remainder of the broadcast. Let's talk some more. Ladies, call me. Let's talk on the line. Let's even discuss that whole idea of men being doomed because women are now hunters and gatherers also. And listen, Ebony is one interesting woman. I can tell you that. And I only mean that in the most loving way. Anyway, We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we talk some more. Call a friend, tell a friend, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too, because the information is useful to them also. Facebook Live, deuces to you, kevinstew.com. Come on over.
Pulse Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulse Media Group.
It takes an entire village to raise a child. Hello, I'm Paul Campbell, here to talk about Palace. Peace and Love Academic Scholarship. This non-profit group supports students facing serious obstacles from entering or continuing their studies, not because the grades are failing, but due to the lack of financial support.
Over the past 8 years, Palace has awarded 600 scholarships valued at approximately 50.3 million Jamaican dollars, or 415,000 US dollars.
Together, we must build a better future for our children. Please visit www.palace1.org and make your donation to brighten the future of a deserving child. Palace, preserving young minds for posterity.
Reggae Global Entertainment presents the brand new self-titled album from Yishka with 9 great songs. Oh Baby Let Me Love You.
Oh, baby.
Be Grateful for Life.
Be grateful for life.
Shake You Down.
Girl, I wanna shake you
What else can I do?
What else can I do?
Babe, Come Over.
Baby, come over.
My. It's our time
It's our time. You know I love you.
for your love.
For your love, I would do anything.
I'm falling.
I'm falling in love again.
Yishka. 9 great songs. Available on all streaming platforms.
You sure look good tonight.
Available now.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christine representing word and honor. Still I say DJ Kevin Stew.
And roses by bottles of champagne. Your favorite, I'm great at keeping a promise. Wrote letters, 10 pages to tell ya I'm in it, I wanna stay. And I'll show you in every way. You're skeptical still, well, I'm loving on you. And I'm super confused how my actions don't convince you. You're skeptical still, so I'll remind you. If I loved you, you know you couldn't mistake dressed up, we go out. It's hard to make a choice. We're both indecisive. All I know, I'm in it, I wanna stay. And I'll show you in every way. You're skeptical still. Well, I'm loving on you. And I'm super confused how my actions don't convince you. You're skeptical still. So I'll remind you, you're not alone. If I loved you, you know you couldn't mistake it if you tried. If I loved you, you know you'd see it even if you're blind. It's bigger than the world, deeper than the ocean, harder than the sun. Know it when you're alone. So if I loved you, you know. I never told you I love you, I do.
Want to welcome you back to the broadcast. It's Real Talk right here on the night of the DJ Kevin Steele.
I never told
If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome.
you. I never told
So glad to have you. Go ahead and call somebody. Friend, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and their enemies too.
what I mean.
Call all of them.
Just gotta believe me. You gotta believe me.
Want to say thank you to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands for sponsoring this segment of the broadcast. Althea SU is a licensed massage therapist that comes to you operating out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade, and South Palm Beach counties. She brings her table, her oils, and of course her Healing Heavenly Hands with over 20 years massage therapy experience.
Even if you're blind, it's bigger than
Give her a call, 954-655-9000. Or email her at thealater@att.net.
I love you, I do. I never,
Tell her that DJ Kevin Stew sent you.
I never told you. I love you, I do. I never told
Now, Althea has only one request outside of you paying her. When you get your massage, when she's done, go sleep somewhere else. Get off her table, go sleep somewhere else. Chances are, if you're like me, you're gonna fall asleep on the table. So be prepared to be woken up. Those both work, right? Be prepared to be awakened and rolled off the table. So if you can have it beside your couch or next to your bed or something. So your enemies need a lot of energy to deal with you, right? That's okay. The sound of Royce. Their track called "If I Loved You." Thank you, Royce. So 1553. If your enemies know they're your if your enemies were your enemies, they'd know that they're your enemies. So in the same way, if someone is loved by you, will they know? If you have met your kindred spirit, would you know? So continue the list of ways to identify if you are in a kindred spirit relationship. They will help you to learn. A kindred spirit is never afraid to tell you the truth. Ebony, I think you're everybody's kindred spirit. So a kindred spirit is never afraid to tell the truth, especially if it means teaching you a vital lesson you need to learn. Other people will hold back the harsh truth because most people would rather spare themselves the awkward conversation or the reality of hurting you. This is because they don't really care about you. They care about themselves and protecting themselves from feeling uncomfortable. But a kindred spirit truly cares. If you need someone to tell you the truth about something, your kindred spirit will be there, ready to lay it on, and sometimes lay it on thick. Now, I have a few of those people in my life. somehow they don't quite show up at the same time, thank goodness, because I cannot handle all of them at one point at the same time saying the same thing. I wouldn't be able to manage. All of them beating me down for that stupid thing that I did that one time. Which time? I don't know. Which stupid thing? I don't ask. But you get the picture. If we took a poll, the answers would change daily. which of those answers 1553? So your kindred spirits also have similar principles next on the list. Now, we're not talking about politics. We're not talking about left wing, right wing, any of that. No. This is about the way you view life and humanity. And while you and your friends may have your general agreements and disagreements on certain issues, your kindred spirit will generally understand the world the same way you do. So, does that make them a clone? The bigger things in life will never be a point of contention. You live your lives the same way, which is why you connect as intimately as you do. And a point to note here is when they use intimate in this situation, they're not talking about sexual intimacy. They're talking about that level of friendship that goes so deep that superficial thing that happens with individuals doesn't even come close. That's that intimacy. That into me see that. So next on the list is the fact that you boost each other. You and your kindred spirit are like two adjacent pieces of a puzzle. You both make each other more whole. Now, I don't know how much more whole I can be. I'm whole as I am. But I don't know. I was told the other day that I'm kind of skinny, so I guess there's more that I can be. Your interests, skills, and passions may not be exactly the same, but they find ways to complement each other. Your kindred spirit is someone with whom you can easily go out with and have a great time, or someone you can start a business with and find immense success. You guys will fit each other in more ways than one. You know, I'll leave that last statement right where it is, lest I get into trouble tonight. Because, you know, it's real talk and... okay. Next on the list, you have mutual respect. Now, again, this is a list compiled and you can find it on hackspirit.com. And if you want to call in, 773-789-STEW gets you in touch. 773-789-7839. Call, text, WhatsApp, Telegram. Let me hear from you. But of course, jump into the Stew Pot on kevinstew.com. Just go to kevinstew.com and boom, you're there. You're a part of the Stew Pot. You can remain anonymous and give your comments. It is a judgment-free zone, so feel free to change your anonymous. You can change that given number that you come up with, that stew pot number that you come up with, and break that anonymity. Yeah, you won't be anonymous anymore. Alright, so you have mutual respect. Now, no good relationship can exist without respect coming from both sides. I was listening to a podcast this morning talking about respect in relationships. And I was like, that's a part of the stuff that I'm talking about tonight. Albeit one point, but hey. So no good relationship can exist without respect coming from both sides. And this respect transcends politics and petty opinions. No matter what you say, your kindred spirit will understand where you are coming from and give you the respect you deserve. Both of you know that support and encouragement are what the other person needs, which is why you will never be quick to judge your kindred spirit. That's the kind of thing that we look for in all our relationships. That understanding, and it's at the core of the motto on kevinstew.com. Having acceptance through enlightenment. It's coming to that understanding, having that understanding, and working with each other to stay in that relationship. Now, there is an understanding that goes beyond the need for words when you are in a kindred spirit relationship. It's almost like you understand exactly what the other person is thinking. It's hard to describe feelings. They're complex, flying balls of energy that can't be put into words, but somehow you get your partner's feelings. Somehow, even if you can't articulate them, you know exactly what it is that they're going through. And a simple look into each other's eyes says everything you need to know. And this is the same in different social situations and circumstances. It's like you know your partner is uncomfortable before they know themselves that they're uncomfortable. It's a special connection that cannot be put into words. I don't know if you heard people talking about being in marriages and they can look at each other from across the room and know that it's time to go. Because either the vibe is not right in the place or their vibe is just right for each other to not be in that place, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Yeah, so they can tell just by a look or just by a particular type of a touch. Now, of course, this can be something that is learned or taught, but also there are cases where it just happens. Now, using astrology to find out whether you share something special with another person is rapidly on the rise. And so zodiac signs, and according to hackspirit.com, zodiac signs can absolutely help you to figure out whether you've met your kindred spirit, because they influence how compatible you are regarding communication, love, emotion, sex, and personality. They say it's all in the stars, right? For example, if you're a Virgo, then you'll develop the most intimate connection with a Pisces. That's what they say. While a Libra will be drawn to Aquarius and Gemini guys because they too need independence and intellectual stimulation to thrive. Again, that's what they say. So by taking a star sign quiz, as it is defined, you'll be able to make it your kindred spirit's idea to pursue you or to chase after you and completely commit to you. All of these things they say. I don't know. I haven't taken the quiz. I don't know if it's geared towards women alone, if it's geared towards women and men. I don't know. If anybody want to go and check out a star sign quiz, let me know what your findings are. The writer here says, my friend took this quiz and was blown away. She just selected her kindred spirit zodiac and then discovered shocking details about him on the next page, which have been accurate so far. I don't know. Some people just pray and wait for the answer. Next on the list is you always have each other's backs. Hazel Eyes, I didn't take the quiz, so I don't know. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. In the next break, I'm gonna see if I can find compatible zodiac signs. right? I'll look it up and we can have some fun with it. Compatible zodiacs. Yes, we go off on tangents pretty often here, right? So we're gonna look at some zodiac matches that make the best couples. Alright, this is what we're gonna do when we come back, because that was the request, right? And we'll see how that can work out. The zodiacs, the kindred spirits, if they're in alignment. Let me give you this one more before we take the next break. You always have each other's backs, but isn't that kind of what is required in relationships anyway? You and I are friends. Shouldn't I always have your back and you always have mine, even if we don't agree on where we want to go? If we're in a situation, shouldn't we be in support of each other? It doesn't matter what is happening and why it happened, you always support each other. Everyone goes through tribulations that are hard to overcome, but you have to be sure, you have to make sure that you don't have to do it alone. And sometimes that feeling alone is rough. You provide solution, support, and unconditional love. That's impossible to break. That unconditional love, that's hard to attain too. Let's be honest, life is a bit of a game sometimes, but it's a game that you want your kindred spirit to win. So that person that is so close to you, that person that is in your corner and you are in theirs, you want them to be successful. So you do everything that you can to help them to be successful. So let's see. Will I find something? Just so that you know, here's lies. There is a little bit of information on here that I have come across. So I just found a quick thing. So when we come back, we'll look at it. What the zodiac says, some zodiac matches, and what it says about Leo. We're going to find out. This should be fun. We're going to find out when we come back from the break. Again, call up somebody, share it with somebody, tell somebody. It's a night shift to DJ Kevin Steele. We'll be right back.
Making great music is one thing. Sharing it with the world, that's another. Let the professionals at Reggae Global Entertainment help you to another level. Specializing in artist management, booking, public relations and marketing, and promotion, Reggae Global Entertainment can help you with event planning, websites, photography, and video production, press releases, legal services, and graphic design. They can even help you with music production, so you can get the sound that you want every time. Call Reggae Global Entertainment at 954-804-8199. That's 804-8199. Or visit them online at reggaeglobalentertainment.com. Teddy Greaves Jr. with 6 brand new songs out now on his brand new EP, Teddy Greaves Jr. with songs you know and love like Can You Stop the Rain? One Last Cry. Can't Get Over You. Wait Too Long. You and I. And One Last Cry, the acoustic version. Teddy Greaves Jr. Now available on all major digital platforms. Teddy Greaves Jr.
Greetings and salutations. This is DJ Kevin Stew inviting you to bubble up and simmer down with me in the Saturday Stew right here on Reggae Global Radio. get ready for the special segment called The Secret Ingredient, where you may hear from your favorite artist or producer. Saturday Stew happens every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time exclusively on ReggaeGlobalRadio.com, where we get high on reggae. Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Hey yo, this is Caraman to let you know that right about now you are logged on to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift. Don't move.
After all I've been through, I never knew I'd ever find you. Never knew I'd find the love that I need in you. No one else has ever done the things you do. You love me for me, not for what I have or for what I could be. Never knew love till you. No one else has ever done the things that you do. Never knew love could be true. I would not want to live without you. Never knew love till you. It's a blessing to have found you. Your love is unconditional. Lord, I thank you for loving me. Love is kind, love is not puffed up, it's not easily provoked, and it's not selfish. Love endures all things, it rejoices in the truth. So when perfection came around, I told all others goodbye. After all I've been through, I never knew I'd ever find you. No, I never knew I'd find the love that I need in you.
Welcome back to the broadcast. In the background, the sound of Audley Rollin, track called Never Knew Love Till You. It's Real Talk Night right here on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew. I want to say thank you to my segment sponsor, Reggae Global Entertainment.
Love is not puffed,
Reggae Global will act as your booking agent, take care of your tour management,
and it's not
take care of your copyrights, your trademarks, your legal service referrals, music production, marketing and promotion, and so much more.
so when perfection
Give them a call, 954-804-8199. That's 804-8199, area code 954.
through, I never knew.
You can also check them out at ReggaeGlobalEntertainment.com. When you link up with them, say, hey, listen, I heard about you on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
Love that I need
What can you do for me?
in you. No one else has ever done the things you do. You love me
So here's the lies.
for me,
You asked about
for what
the Leo's connection. What does the stars say about a Leo connection?
no
as we were talking about kindred spirits, and they say, hey, listen, you can check the signs and see what you're compatible with, because that will help you to identify whether or not you're in a kindred spirit relationship, right? So, Hazel Eyes, here we go. Just for you. They say the passion is high between Leo and Sagittarius, as both signs both enjoy life and love others who feel the same. They are both passionate about what they want out of this world and extremely encouraging in helping the other achieve any goal or dream. Both are fire signs and have a profound understanding of the other, which helps them to get along so easily. Alright, so does that mean that Leos and Sagittarius, they don't get along well with anybody else? I'm just asking. Hazel Eyes, talk to me. Fill me in here. Now, this is the couple that is so fun, everyone flocks to be around them. You know the type. The exact couple you have wanted to be for years. The passion these two signs have for life, love, and each other is incredibly intoxicating. So, Hazel Eyes, talk to me about that Sagittarius person. You know, what's going on? You say it's interesting. You didn't say it's a lie. You didn't say, you have found something else to be true. That doesn't work for you. You haven't said anything apart from it is interesting. So, let me know. Hit me up. Various ways to do it right here in the stew pot. You can share with me there. You can just drop me a line. Let me know. Those of you who want to call in, text in, share something on this broadcast. 773-789-STEW gets you in touch. 773-789-7839. You can call, text, WhatsApp, Telegram, Skype. Oh, you can Skype too. Kevin.stew gets you in touch if you want to connect with me that way. You can also email me. My email information is right there on kevinstew.com. Alright, so continuing down the list. Every time I look up at this clock, I see this time. 11:11. That's the time it is right now. You see, that's why I had to do that numerology show. Because I keep seeing this time. Alright, so... And it's funny. I'm at number 11 on this list. At 11:11, I am doing number 11 on this list. You grow and learn from each other. If you're growing, then... Wait, what? If you're growing, then you're not really living? Huh? That's got to be if you're not growing, then you're not really living. They must have a typo on this. But they say kindred spirits move forward in life and grow together. The relationship naturally grows. From dating to seeing each other exclusively to living together to marrying each other and having a family, if that's what they desire. Is that the sequence of things? Really? Is that how it always goes? Or it's supposed to go? Says who? Anyway, if it happens slowly, that's because the strongest relationships take time to build. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And they're still doing construction today. Kindred spirits know this. Otherwise, people fall into the trap of needy love. And they move too fast. A relationship based on neediness will not survive. Therefore, kindred spirits don't need each other. They grow individually, which means releasing their unhealthy attachments and understanding their own self-worth. When you're both confident in who you are and you don't suffocate the love that exists between the two of you, the potential of the relationship grows naturally and beautifully. Aww, that just sounds like rainbows and butterflies and unicorns, doesn't it? Next on the list, you make each other feel complete. I'm a complete being. Why do I need someone to make me feel complete? How does that work? There are parts of you that you've always known have weaknesses. Perhaps you suffer a little too much from anxiety, or you can't cook. Whatever it is, your kindred is good at those things. Oh, so you complement each other. They love cooking and they're cooler than the cucumber even in tense situations. While you tend to be a little bit, get a little bit hot under the collar and you burn water to make tea. Likewise, your energy and passion is something that ignites them and get them going. You complement each other perfectly. In fact, this is why introverts and extroverts make for a great relationship. The point is, you got your yin and you got your yang. Your individual differences create a complete person when they're combined. Differences can tear some couples apart, but for kindred spirits, it brings them closer together. Like the song says, opposites attract. Magnets do it. It's the polar opposites that hold them together. When you put two same poles together, they repel. Next on the list, everything seems to be easy. When you're linked to someone spiritually, you'll find that you have an ease about you as they come and go from your life. You'll find you trust the process of falling in love when you are matched with your kindred spirit. It's easy to see how you go together, how you hurt when you're apart, and how your souls are meant to be aligned. You'll find you float through your day, even your worst day, because you know you have your kindred spirit with you wherever you go, wherever you are. If everything seems easy or too easy, it might be that it's just because it's easy. And that's what true love and connections can do. Make things easy. They say you get the feeling in the pit of your stomach. You know the feeling? That feeling? Yeah, that one. When you're connected to someone that is your kindred spirit, you pretty much carry them with you. You'll feel something you've never felt before, and even though it might be scary and difficult to process, you need to pay attention to it. When you feel something in the pit of your stomach, you'll be worried that it's a sign that something is wrong, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In this case, it is not gas. It is not something bad that you ate. It is that connection. In fact, excitement that can also manifest itself as fear and anxiety. So if you feel that sick feeling in the pit of your stomach, it could be that you're actually feeling love for the very first time with your soulmate. Aww. But here's the interesting thing. Kindred spirit and a soulmate are not necessarily the same thing. Pum pum pum. I don't know if we're gonna have time to get into that, but no, they're not quite the same. Next on the list is you feel the flow. When you're a kindred spirit with someone, you feel the flow of every aspect of your life. If work suddenly seems like it's more fun, you are getting more done. Food tastes better. You laugh louder. And you can't feel any happier than you are at this moment in the flow. The flow is a great signifier that you are aligned with someone that you are meant to be with. The person who is your kindred spirit. If you feel like you are more aligned than ever in your life, and it makes more sense than it ever has, you're likely surrounded by the person who is the one you've been looking for your whole life. Now, if you found the one that you have been looking for your whole life and all these things happen and you can't get along, then I don't know what that is called. What is there an opposite of kindred spirit? What is the opposite of kindred spirit? Can somebody look that up for me, please? Next on the list is you long for one another. Connection to your kindred spirit will find you longing for them wherever it is you find yourself. Whether you're near or far, you'll feel the connection to them and long for the time when you can be nearer to them once again. Kindred spirits have a special connection and link that others don't feel and can't always understand. You may find yourself feeling alone in a room full of people when your kindred spirit is not there. But you're not alone. Even if everyone around you makes you happy, you'll not feel whole until your kindred spirit is near you again. And life tends to be better because you're together. Summing up the list, when you are finally reunited with your kindred spirit, you'll be better for it. Even when apart, you'll know that your lives are connected to one another and that you are better for it. You might look at your life before you found one another with a bit of grey cloud hanging over your head. But now that you found each other, everything is just breezy. Regardless of where life takes you, heading in that direction together is where you are meant to be. It's what you want to do, and it's what happens seamlessly. So, the common question of, is there a difference between a soulmate and a kindred spirit, was touched on just a moment ago. And it's pretty common because people, people tend to make these associations and run with it without looking a little bit deeper. Now, on the surface, a soulmate and a kindred spirit are the same thing. But soulmates are more about romantic love. It's unconditional, it's beautiful, and soulmates are able to stick through the tough times together, according to Mary Lamia, who has a PhD in psychology. And she says, perhaps above all else, it is the capacity to trust the soulmate relationship and maintain its intensity by successfully navigating through the moments when positive feelings are disrupted. Now, kindred spirits don't have to be about romantic love or even fate. The important distinction that's worth noting is the twin flame relationship. Now, I don't know if any of you remember me doing a broadcast looking at soulmates and twin flames and such. But what I'll do for the upload to YouTube is link that broadcast on it. Okay? Now, the twin flame relationship is a very intense relationship that could be positive, but it could also be negative. It's passionate, it's sexy. The relationship can be so strong that it can lead to intense feelings of love and heartbreak. According to Alex Miles in Elephant Journal, twin flame relationships can be extremely special, but also quite difficult. Potentially, twin flame relationships could be the most loving and transformational experiences, but unfortunately, often in the beginning, They're filled with turbulence, trauma, and pain. If the rockiness of a twin flame relationship can be worked through, it really can be an incredibly meaningful and beautiful relationship. But again, let me ask, do you have to be compatible like your zodiac says for that to work? Or is it one of those cases where you have found your twin flame, but it is your polar opposite as it relates to your zodiac? Bum bum bum. Now what you gonna do? So maybe the other question, Hazel Eyes, is what is the least compatible of the zodiac signs? And I don't know if you went looking for that one, but it will be interesting to find out that one too. Another important thing to keep in mind is that soulmates are rare. Kindred spirits, they can exist in many different situations and circumstances. Because when you look at the definition and you look into the understanding of what they are, you will see where that is possible. It doesn't mean that you should take kindred spirits for granted when they occur, because it's a beautiful connection. And you should cherish it when you come across it and when you have it. So, is there a way to find your kindred spirit? Is there a way to identify them? Well, one of the first things you have to do is be who you truly are. And if there's one thing that I have stressed for quite a while now on Real Talk especially, is that we need to be who we truly are. So we need to become familiar with ourselves, our true selves. And sometimes a journey to that self-discovery can be a rocky one. You may not like who you are initially because of the concept of who you're supposed to be. Whatever it is you were told, whomever it is that you were told that you were supposed to be, you had that in mind for a very long time. And then you realize that that's not who you are. And you recognize you looked in the mirror and you didn't recognize that person that they say you are. And you saw someone else, and then you became familiar with that person. It can be a bit tumultuous. But when you find out and you accept that person, now those that you truly align with, this is where you can find your kindred spirits. Let yourself live your best life by letting go of stuffy social norms and figuring out what works for you and your inner being. When we think about what makes us happy, we frequently reference external things, the money, the success, the nice home, the car, the family, the list goes on. But there's a lot of happiness that can come from within. In fact, looking at those things, the nice home, the car, the money, the success as it is perceived by others, that can cause a whole lot more stress than anything else. So, connect with self or reconnect with self and block out those external things so that you can find that true happiness and share it with others. Happiness is often stifled. When we're not true to ourselves and we don't let our inner selves come out to play, we don't end up enjoying that happiness. And it's further stifled when we think that we need to act in a certain way or not let our hair down. we need to fit into a particular mold. And we miss out on sharing our true selves or our inner light with those around us. You can live a great life by letting your inner misfit come out to play. It doesn't have to be all the time. Just from time to time, let it out. But you can get there faster if you don't make any apologies for it. Be who you are. Because that's who you are. So to find your kindred spirit, you need to have an idea of what life looks like for you. You need to ask yourself the tough questions about how you can get there. What is one thing I like about myself? What is something that I want people to know about me? What do I try to hide from people? What do I try to show off about? What is one thing I don't like about myself? Why? How do I hide from my dreams? How do I run from my ideas? What are my best attributes? What are my worst attributes? How do I let myself down in the past? Or why do I want things to be different this time? Ask the questions. And after you ask them, answer them. Know the reason for making change. And when you identify these things and you let go of those things that have burdened you all this time, the things that have shackled you, the things that have restricted you from being you, then, according to Hack Spirit, it's at that moment that you make yourself available. It's at that moment that you can connect with your kindred spirit. And what a beautiful moment that could be. As we kick off musical therapy, this is Balaguero. The track is called Eres. Yeah, you are. I want to thank my segment sponsor, McNeil Trucking. With McNeil Trucking, you're in good hands. Give them a call, 954-406-9740. Thank you, McNeil Trucking. Para que llenes mis días de colores. Solo necesito que tú me acalores. Y así sé que se irán todos mis temores. Eres que me provoca cosas buenas. Eres que me quita todas las penas. Eres que me provoca cosas buenas. Eres que me quita todas las penas. Y si por ti yo tuviera que apostar, lo daría todo y más sin pensar, porque eres lo mejor que me podía pasar. Créeme que no te dejaría escapar. Eres que me provoca cosas buenas. Eres que me quita todas las penas. Eres que me provoca cosas buenas. Eres que me quita todas las penas. Entre tú y yo, no hay
hay condenas. Nuestro amor no se corta como cadenas. A diario se alimenta, se sirve como cena, porque solo así el corazón se llena, boy. Entre tú y yo, no hay condenas. Nuestro amor no se corta como cadenas. A diario se alimenta, se sirve como cena, porque solo así el corazón se llena, boy. Eres que me provoca cosas buenas. Eres quien me quita todas las penas. Eres quien me provoca cosas buenas. Eres quien me quita todas las penas.
I'll be the man close to you to share sunrise, morning, noon, tonight. I'll be the man beside you. Let's survive from love. We just
This is the sound of Glenn Brown.
for every man, there's a woman to love.
Track called I'll Be the Man Close to You.
I'm positively sure you are the woman that I vision. I make my decision. A woman like you must be loved. Truthfully, positively, it's a reality. I'll be the man close to you to share morning sunrise, evening to night. I'll be the man beside you. Let's survive from love to just love.
And we feel it's too much pressure. Just bring love on in.
From one Glenn to another.
Oh yeah.
Glenn Brown to Glenn Washington.
I know I've never been this way.
This one is called Bring Your Love On In.
I can't believe I find myself wanting for more. And even though we are rich and from different worlds, I can't control this pain I feel. I want you for my girl. And I know I'll always need the best things out of life. I visualize myself with your kids and wife. Heaven must have sent you here. You mean the world to me. You got the kind of love I need. Set my spirit free. 'Cause when we feel it's too much pressure, just bring your love on in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. When we feel it's bubbling over, bring your love on in. Just do it, baby.
That's why she fell in love. You only hear my voice and it was right. So good to believe.
This is the sound of Mr. Goose Pimples himself. Ian Sweetness.
Only hear my voice and it was
Track called She Fell in Love.
so good to believe. It's your love or songs I'm singing. Now you can feel the powers of my melodies. Your style and comprehension, you change your way of singing. You've gone from B to Z. So say your voice is full of tenderness.
This track is called Take You in My Arms.
Take you into my arms, and I wanna shelter you from the storm. I know you won't face a lot of heartaches, and sometimes the pressure is too much to take. I know sometimes you're feeling down and you are feeling low, but baby, this is something that you should know. I just wanna take you into my arms. I just wanna keep you safe and warm. I wanna take you into my arms, and I wanna shelter you from the storm. And baby, there is so much I would like to say, but it seems as if the right words just won't come my way. I've been loving you better every day. I promise you I'll never leave you astray. Baby, let me take you into my arms, and I just wanna shelter you from the storm. I just wanna take you into my arms, and I wanna shelter you from the storm. You run every stoplight, couldn't wait on the green light. No, nearly bounced them all the herbs of man.
Zona Hizzy. Track called Maximum Speed.
Stop, everything drop. My baby just text me a picture on the WhatsApp, and I know me nearly about to talk. Oh, she fit do something like that when she knows high blood pressure runs in my family, and now I need her like the baby needs its mommy. I'm coming maximum speed to fulfill your needs. It's my guarantee, and baby, I'm a coming maximum speed. You don't deserve an excuse, baby. You don't have to look in that way. Every stoplight, couldn't wait on the green light. No, nearly bounced them all the herbs of man. Yeah, it could have never have none of fresh nor green. No. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely.
This is the sultry one. Suzanne Sultry.
I'm crazy
Her rendition of Crazy.
for feeling so blue. I knew you love me as long as
A little birdie told me Suzanne has some new music coming out. Can hardly wait.
someday you leave me for somebody new. Why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Crazy for thinking that my love can hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love
son of Tanya Asaki. Her rendition of Baby Come to Me. As we bounce through this musical therapy. Real Talk Night right here, the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew.
To bring them in to me. Something tells me my words are going straight to your heart. And something tells me you baby, oh my baby, come to me. 'Cause I love you, I'm thinking of you. Oh baby, come to me. Gotta have you. You gotta be coming on. You're turning me on, baby.
Sunshine, moonlight, delight. Just a couple words describing
It's Peter G working out with Joanna Marie.
so lovely.
Their rendition of Close to You.
I'm in love with you.
Patient and strong, always. No matter what I face, you've been there to bring me through. Just fine, on time. It took a while to see that your love was true.
Now no one cares.
Until
I belong
to you,
until the end.
of time,
Good to know
to know you're
and all I want
to say.
till my dying day. I just wanna be close to you. Perfect lover, you're mine. Perfect lover. Together we always will be. You fit in my life perfectly. Perfect
This is Keva's working out with Ann Payne.
lover.
Track called Perfect Lover.
At night and day, I won't have it any other way. You are my perfect lover. You are my perfect lover. You are my perfect lover. You are my perfect. No one would ever understand, but we know where we're coming from. Girl, you are the perfect one. We can't get enough of each other, no.
It's a mystery how it all started. I thought by now we would have parted,
But the love keep growing strong.
it seems like we can't do no wrong. Oh, oh, oh.
Perfect lover, you're mine. Perfect lover. Together we always will be. You fit in my life perfectly. Perfect lover, you're mine. Perfect lover. I want you by my side night and day. I won't have it any other way.
Bring me your softness, comfort me through
This is Sadiki working out to the Twigerific one.
woman's own.
I just love these duets.
I'm born again.
Come give me your sweetness. Now there's you, there is no weakness. Lying safe within your arms, I'm born again.
magical voice of Miss Marjorie K.
Can I love someone when you are near?
Her rendition of How Can I Love Someone. 10 minutes at the top of the hour.
Can I kiss
10 more minutes before I bounce on out of here.
you are near?
This one.
How can I love someone when you are near?
This one.
I want you to understand we are one.
This one.
I want you to understand that we are one. How can I love someone when you are near? How can I love someone when you are near?
This one coming straight from out the dancer. This one. This one. This is this one. This is straight from out the dancer.
9 minutes to go. Bouncing out like this.
Sit back, relax. There's only sunshine.
Son of Kathy Matete.
You know you're chilling where the field's at.
Haven't played this rhythm in a little while. It's called Teacup.
Don't think about no worries at all. Living troubles far away. It's gonna be a brighter day. It's all highway around here. Oh yeah, just pull up a chair. So never fade on here. It's only nice when and the vibe is righteous. Oh yes, oh yes. Kick off your shoes and put your feet up. Sip the color in your teacup. I ain't got no troubles, you ain't got no troubles. I ain't thinking of nothing at all. My head is like ew, 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 ew. Free, free, free. I'm like ew, 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 ew. Free, free, free. Come lie down and smile now. Let go your fear and I will show you how to slow down the program without a care and right beneath the sound of a little breeze through the leaves of the trees. Yes, they rustle like it's nothing at all. Cause baby, times like these we just need a little peace in a circle like we're having a ball. If we just lie here, let our minds clear, ain't got no worries at all. Caught up in the niceness, time spent with you was priceless. Oh yeah.
This track is called Blue Fields of Love.
Fields of love for every problem.
Her name is Berlicia.
Time will never be enough, so don't worry about it. Vibrations automatic. Blue fields of love. It's a place to do it, to be gentle with yourself and feel the love. Even if your light dims a little, just shine it in my window. Quit fighting with the tears, you can hide them in my pillow. I promise I will be there when your mind can't seem to settle. Let the past go and please understand that baby, times like these we just need a little peace. I'm my happiest with you and you're the happiest with me. Your love is like gold and I'm rich beyond belief. There's no telling what we can achieve if we just lie here, let our minds clear, ain't got no worries at all. Caught up in the niceness, time spent with you was priceless. Oh yeah. Blue fields of love for every problem there's an answer from above. Time will never be enough, so don't worry about it.
someone you're treasuring. You say it's hard to trust, I know.
This is Ricky Raga, working out with Marvin Priest, son of Maxi Priest.
Can't stop your life, get up and go again. Don't be afraid to
Track is called Wait in Vain.
Nobody vex me up, can't mess me up. Work through this, we got to stay optimistic, got to play your position and stay cool as you can. And praise the Lord for child love. No, I can't wait in vain for our love. Focus on life and keep pushing on. Wait in vain for our love. Don't make the mistake in your heart, breaking your heart. Tired, you need somebody you want. No, I can't wait in vain for our love. Hello, good morning. There's a lovely day ahead.
This is our very own G. Cole. Track is called Like a Bird.
I'm missing my mama. She's gone in the spring and the time. But whenever I'm sad, I remember her smile. It turns me around and it comes in.
I want to take this moment to thank you each and everyone for locking in and logging on.
I can do, and it makes me feel strong again. Like
Thank you very much for the support. Thank you for your participation. Thank you to the affiliates. Truly appreciate love each and every one of you. Big up to those on NIE Radio, Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com, PEMG TV, those on TuneIn Radio, The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew, those right here at the home of The Night Shift, KevinStew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.
just like a bird.
Those tuning in on podcasts,
I can see that you
or the YouTube channel of the same name, The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew, thank you.
you've had a long day.
We do encourage you to support any which way you can.
The pressures are melting. You're afraid and weak in need.
Remember, coming up at the end of this week,
Believe me,
Saturday morning, those of you here in South Florida,
knows that you see the feeling comes.
Nova University is the place to be in Davie.
Leave it to just
Nami Walks happens.
you can do. It'll make you feel strong
The
again.
National Alliance on Mental Illness Broad County
Things brand new. And I
presents Nami Walks Your Way,
love with
a day of unity.
go to my bed real early.
Come on down.
The night
Join me in raising awareness to mental health.
morning comes, the sun light really makes
I want to say thank you to McNeil Trucking once more for sponsoring musical therapy. With McNeil Trucking, you're in good hands. Go ahead and give them a call, 954-406-9740 for your moving needs. Tell them you heard about them on The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
just like a bird.
Be free like a bird. Catch you on Saturday
Just like a bird.
when you can win your ticket, your complimentary ticket to Rhythms of the Heart, happening at Valencia's in Margate.
Yeah, so just leave it to Jah. There's nothing that
Live music for you.
it'll make you feel strong again.
I'll be on Reggae Global Radio, 8 p.m. Eastern.
In time
But until then, if you can't join in then,
with a life that I go to my bed
I'll be back here next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
goes by real
We do it all over again on The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
light really makes me come.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida, I bid you a good night. And do remember, look out for members of your community. Your community is not just development that you live in, but it spreads far and wide. So whether you walk, ride, or drive, take the bus, the plane, the boat, or the train, the people you pass along the way, these are members of your community. Do something good for one of them today, because you never know who's going to do something good for you tomorrow. Take care, be good, take care of you first of all, and others next. Be good, and if you can't be good at it. My name is DJ Kevin Stew. I'm out of here. Take care. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk. from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.